Hey guys, it's Dan, and today we're going to be doing another Walking Dead comic book issue review. We're going back and we are reviewing some of the older Walking Dead single issues, some of the more iconic ones from the series. I don't know if I'll be able to review all of them because there's so many single issues, and of course issue 170 is going to be released of The Walking Dead really soon, just in a couple of days. So this Wednesday, look out for the review. But this is going to be my review for The Walking Dead issue 2. I reviewed issue 1. I got just a lot of comments, people saying, that they're like, oh, nice review, that type of deal. But I'm going to test this one out, see if people want to see more single issue reviews for some of the more iconic issues for the Walking Dead comic book series. Again, I don't know if I can review all of them because there's so many, but let's get started with reviewing issue 2 after issue 1. So this issue is a great one. Now, I am a big fan of what they did with the Rick on horseback and everything, just with that. I love the cover, it's a nice sunset, but he's actually not wearing his police sheriff gear in this one, in the actual cover, but in the actual comic, he is actually wearing it, and that's kind of something that they do in covers. They kind of make a part from the actual issue, like they put a part from the issue, but like it looks different, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that part's kind of weird. So anyway, guys, the beginning of this issue is amazing. We have Rick, hello, can I borrow some gas? He goes to the house, and he finds the horse, which is really cool, like I bet there's other horses in Atlanta, and he's still trying to find Lori and Carl, but of course at the end of this issue, he does actually find them. So what happens is we see a really amazing sequence between, Rick, and it's really cool because we see him, well, first he goes into Atlanta. You see the shot that we see in the TV series, which is an amazing shot. I love that shot of Rick going into Atlanta, and then we have Rick, he goes in, and then he finds this huge herd of walkers near this tank. Of course, he tries to go the other way, but he can't. So then what he ends up doing is just kind of going a different way. And then what happens is that he gets trapped, and then, of course, the horse gets eaten. He loses the bag of guns, and then him and Glenn, he runs into Glenn. He's like, stop firing that gun, you're bringing more towards us. And then Rick and Glenn go back to the camp, even though Rick doesn't know where exactly they're heading, but they go back to the camp, and then that is the end of the issue when, Rick's kind of talking to Glenn about what he was doing before and all that, and talking about, how you can survive with us, you can, you can be with us, that type of deal. Glenn being a good guy, and then we see Rick find Lori and Carl at the end of the issue, which is a pretty awesome end to the issue. Now, I am also, a big fan of how similar this is to the TV series, but there is a few slight differences that I'll go over. And that is that Andrea and everybody else, they are not in the city with Glenn. There is no Guts poncho thing. That actually happens later in the comics, in issue 4, I believe. Either 4 or 3. I think it's 4. So, yeah, and they go into the city and all that stuff. So, it's a bit different in a TV show. They don't just leave the city right away. They kind of bring all the elements from issue 4 into episode 2 of the TV series. So really great stuff. And also the stuff with Rick finding Lori and Carl, that was in episode 3 of season 1. So really amazing stuff. I'm very excited to talk about some of the the next issues, because I'll definitely at least review some of the earlier issues, because I love the Walking Dead comics, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys missed my issue 1 review, you can go ahead and check that out, and I will see you guys really soon for another video.